So Monday, May 3rd was a day to forget for the IPL, for this wonderful tournament that's given us so many good memories over the years. But the IPL and everybody, you and I included, will hope that Tuesday, May the 4th, brings in a bit of good cricket and gets us all away from all of this. And all of this news goes away and we continue with this tournament, hopefully with all the safety measures in place. We're talking about Hyderabad versus Mumbai. It's a good clash. Two teams that really enjoy playing versus each other, but they're slowly going away from each other on the points table. Mumbai, while they're continuing their climb up the table on 4th, Sunrisers Hyderabad are rooted to the bottom at this point of time. Let's take a closer look at Hyderabad first and then we come to Mumbai. Hyderabad, of course, unfortunate this time around, began on the back foot initially, and now it has culminated to David Warner being benched and stripped of captaincy. It's something that we haven't seen before. Mr. IPL, as we call David Warner, to see him on the bench and away from the action, not wearing the orange but wearing a bib to cover the orange, is a sad sight. It's not a sight that you're used to, especially if you're a Hyderabad fan. He's worshipped there, and for good reason. He's been absolutely amazing. But for this to happen, there are surely reasons, and something big would have definitely happened in the Hyderabad dressing room. We'll not speculate, with respect for the player and for the franchise, and get on with the preview. However, we will speculate on what Hyderabad can do to amend the situation and try and make something out of it, because at this point they're down and out pretty much. It doesn't seem like they will be able to challenge the other big boys for a place in the top 4, but you never say never in sport indeed until you're mathematically out of the situation. Problems galore indeed. However, something has not fit in well, which is last time when the pre-match interviews happened and post-match interviews happened as well, the likes of Tom Moody and Trevor Bayliss, the think tank at Hyderabad, said that their batting was a concern, which is why they wanted to change their overseas combination. Now, if your batting is a concern, if that's the case, sitting out the highest run scorer of the IPL is something that I did not understand. Highest run scorer for Hyderabad in the IPL, that is something that did not sit in well. And then you get in someone like a Mohammad Nabi, after you've said that your batting is an issue and you're trying to fortify that, you're trying to fix that, is something I did not understand. Maybe they thought that the lower middle order needs a bit of cushion and maybe a spin option. If you take Warner out of the way, something like that could happen. But it really did not make sense. Now, what do Hyderabad do from here? Do they stick to their words and say, yes, we've decided to let Warner be on the bench for a few games and try out a different combination and work with that combination? So if Nabi has come in as a bowling all-rounder, do you get in Holder to replace him? Or do you get in Warner back again to try and fix it around and go with your tried and tested opening 4, I would rather say overseas 4? That is something that I'd be looking forward to indeed. But if you talk about changes, if I was part of Sunrisers Hyderabad, then I certainly would try Jason Roy at this point of time. There's no harm. He is somebody who we all know is a very destructive batter. He's done well in the IPL as well. When he played for Delhi, he got 100 versus Mumbai as well. I remember that innings vividly well. He's somebody who can make an impact at the top. And Johnny Bairstow at this point of time has been hot and cold. You maybe want to freshen things up at the top. Get in Roy for Bairstow and squeeze in Wriddhiman Saha in place of one of the Indian batters, maybe Abdul Samad, Kedar Jadhav, one of them, and see how that goes. So you have an entirely different looking top 3 in this game, and just to freshen things around and make things a little different is something that I think they could possibly look at. Apart from that, I don't think they will make a lot of changes to the bowling. It's something that took a hit last time, definitely, but they don't really have a lot of options on the bench at this point of time. You want to stick to Bhuvneshwar Kumar, even though he's gone for runs. If they make a lot of changes in the bowling and again chop and change things, I don't know how that's going to pan out. But at the end of the day, you never know. With Hyderabad this year, they're looking a shadow of themselves. Let's see how they go about their business. Let's talk about Mumbai, and Mumbai fans and Mumbai Indians will be very happy with the way the Mumbai Indians have gone about their Delhi leg. 2 wins in 2 and 2 to go. They'll be very happy if they can pick up a win here versus Hyderabad, and then their last game is versus Rajasthan Royals, of course, in this mini tournament. That would prove to be a very successful sort of mini tournament in Delhi. And if you put it together with Chennai and Delhi, two tracks that are slow and low in nature that don't suit the style of Mumbai Indians, getting all these wins, so four in Delhi and a couple in Chennai, will prove to be a good result indeed for the defending champions. And then of course they go to Bengaluru after that. In the last game, of course, it was Pollard Power that took them all the way, chasing down 219, their highest chase of all time, the second highest chase in IPL history. They'll be in a good mood, and they'll be out to sort of make a statement, and they would want to do that right away. However, I think they will definitely enforce a few changes. It is the right time to reintroduce Ishan Kishan into the lineup. If he is fit, if he is available, Ishan walks in straight away, and I think Nathan Coulter-Nile comes in as well. So it'll be unfair on Jimmy Neesham. Yes, he's made his debut, one game. Dhaval Kulkarni as well, just the one appearance. Will they stick with them, or will they be ruthless and get their tried and tested folks into the team? It's something that we will see as time goes on. However, I think this is a good time to reintroduce Ishan Kishan into the fray, and same goes with Nathan Coulter-Nile. All right, let's talk about matchups, and the one matchup that I'm really looking forward to is Rashid Khan versus Surya Kumar Yadav. Rashid, of course, despite the team's poor run of games, has looked good. He's bowled well in Delhi, bowled well in Chennai as well. Two surfaces that have suited him. However, there's not been a lot of support for Rashid Khan, hence the team has suffered. However, Rashid versus Sky who plays spin very well. I think that'll be a very good contest. Bumrah versus Sunrisers Hyderabad's top order is something that I'm really looking forward to. Depends on, and I've said Sunrisers Hyderabad's top order because you don't know how the top order is going to look like in this game, according to my hunch. So how Bumrah goes about making a comeback after being hit for 56 runs in his quota of 4 overs versus Chennai is something that I want to see, something that I'll be looking forward to. Looking forward to that as well, on how he sort of makes a statement. I think he will make a big statement. And the third matchup that I'm looking forward to is Rahul Chahar versus Manish Pandey. Chahar's look good. Rahul Chahar's look good. I think he's grown in stature as a spin bowler. How Manish Pandey negotiates with him, if he comes in at 3 or at 4, or if he opens the batting, I think this is something that I will be looking forward to. And all right, time for predictions, and I think certainly it will be a Mumbai win. Is what my prediction is at this point of time. Never say never in sport. Never say this is what it's going to be. The times that we are in tells us that. So at this point of time, Mumbai Indians look like the team that has the better chance to win this game. However, Hyderabad have had a history of doing well versus Mumbai, so it'll be a good game. We hope that the action that comes to all of us will sort of take our minds away from the prevailing reality of things, and overall, I think ensure the sanctity of the league as well, and ensure the safety of the players as well, is something that we really, really hope. And while all of the action continues, head on over to cricketnews.com and to our social media channels to keep you company. We're always going to be there. See you around.